let's go over Math 7 Quarter 2. And for now, the invoice for this example here for, say, 3 weeks, 4, 5, and 9, $150, $50 a week, or you can just order 1 week if you want. Math 7 Quarter 2 classwork and homework sheets, quizzes, tests, corrections, pacing guide, and this is edition 1, and it'll include Click Math technology, which is PowerPoint and video. You can get both. And again, a free diagnostic test, 25 minutes. And this is a hypothetical date. Here's your text line here to text in for your reservation. And this person got a 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time appointment for the pretest on Scribbler is what that's about. And PayPal will be your pay method usually, or PayPal will be your best way to go here. And let's go right into week 1 of your Math 7 Quarter 2. We start out here at pre-algebra, chapter 5, mid-chapter quiz will be your pretest. And it's on page 2 of your packet, by the way. And then week 1, these are your packet page numbers of these lessons, classwork, homeworks. Anyway, 2.5 starting out here, week 1, be solving equations using subtraction and addition. And then finishing up the week here with a makeup project for week 1. Then we go into also solving equations using multiplication and division. Week 2, we have more multiplication and division for solving equations. And then we go into decimal operations for week 2, and then finish up with another makeup project. And then week 3, we have solving equations, a mid-chapter quiz here for week 3. And then we go into solving equations test, part 1. So we got a test here on week 3. And then we finish up with another project, Math 7 project. And then week 4, we have a part 2 of your solving equations test for week 4. Start right off with a test. And then 2-step equations, classwork, homework, part 1, part 2. And then a makeup project here for week 4 for Math 7. And then going into week 5, we have solving equations with like terms and parentheses, classwork, homework, part 1, and solving equations with like terms using parentheses. And then solving equations with variables on both sides for week 5. And then a makeup project here as well for week 5. Week 6, we go into solving equations, continuing variables both sides. And then getting into inequalities, solving inequalities, classwork, homework, part 1, part 2. And then week 7, we have more multi-step inequalities. And then a chapter 3. Mid-chapter quiz, start out week 7 with a quiz. And then multiplication and division properties of inequalities. Get into that. Classwork, homework, and we go over everything in class. It includes homework corrections and classwork corrections as well. And then Math 7 makeup project for week 7. And then week 8, we go into multi-step inequalities for week 8. Solving multi-step inequalities, and then we go into our review and summary for chapter 3, and then a makeup project here for week 8. And then for week 9, finishing up the quarter 2, be right before Christmas break, winter break. If you're taking the traditional calendar, solving inequalities, review and summary homework, parts 1 and 2. Multi-step inequalities, we have a project here in week 9, and then we have a makeup day for any work that needs to be made up, or if you scored below a C, you can make up a test if you wish. And then going into our testing and quizzing schedule here, week 2 we have a quiz, simplifying algebraic expressions. And then week 3 we have a test, chapter 2, simplify algebraic expressions. Week 7, part 2 of that test on week 7. And then week 8 we have a mid-chapter quiz here, chapter 3, equations and inequalities, mid-chapter quiz. And then week 9 we have a chapter 3, equations and inequality test, part 1 as your final for Math 7 quarter 2. Animated PowerPoint math video at AOL.com for questions or course materials. Thank you very much.